Hello and welcome. Today, then a special session here with Gopal from Inforiver. Inforiver, I think you will tell more about you, about Lumel, about Inforiver, and I already used it for some use cases, and for me it's like a great tool, but also kind of overwhelming in terms of wow, you can do so much. With this tool. And yeah, I'm looking forward to see and learn. Yeah, hello, Marcus. Marcus is already watching. With Marcus, I have the stream on at 4 after this session. And I see you already have
Okay.
the screen on, Gopal. To just I just let you talk, and when there are
Yes.
some urgent questions, I
Yes.
will.
Yes. No. No. Actually, yeah. Yeah. Okay. Thank you, Arthur, for having me, and it's a great pleasure. Mainly because I have a long history with SAP and Germany, and I will come back to that. And for those who don't know me, my name
Nice.
is Gopal Krishnamurthy, founder and CEO of Lumal Technologies. We as a company, are the largest player in the Power BI marketplace, and we actually, a lot of you may be using our visuals basically um, from our SAP days. We used to specialize in SAP business objects, and we used to provide add-ons for over 7 years in the SAP ecosystem with SAP Design Studio, SAP Lumira, then Excelsius. So a lot of what you see actually has origins there, and a lot of I used to have a lot of customers in Germany, and uh, about 5 years back, we saw that business objects was basically declining rapidly, and customers were moving to Power BI, and we saw the wave. So we decided to move all our software investments and bet big on Power BI. And our vision has always been to provide an end-to-end journey for all your data use cases, just like Microsoft offers you in Office 365 apps. We had a vision that for dashboarding and storytelling, we have to give a best-in-class application. We don't like to call them custom visual, because a custom visual is for a simple one use case, but because we realized that customers have a challenge. If you do a second custom visual, third custom visual, then it gets very harder to manage for the customer. So we said we have to build to the future. You take your use case, dashboarding and storytelling, we have to give an app. If you have reporting, reporting comes in so many different flavors: paginated reports, financial reporting, IBCS reporting, uh, management and variance reporting. How do I provide an Excel like reporting experience with our Inforiver matrix? And a lot of you may be using our Inforiver matrix already. It's very, very popular and successful because of its Excel look and feel. And a lot of customers came back and said their biggest frustration with Power BI is, even though Power BI is adopted, they still download to Excel heavily. Basically, that's the most popular feature. So, and when we studied why they do it, is either because they want to add a row, they want to add a calculated column, and so we introduced visual calculations 3 years back, and we basically created a feeling that you can do a lot of things that you can do from an analytics perspective, just like Excel. As an extension, customers came back and said, we want to do data input and then write back, basically. And even though we have been doing write back for a long time, we never invested heavily. But the last 3 years, our biggest investment has been in the write back technology. And today, we probably, I don't mind, we have the best write back technology across the industry. Forget about Power BI. And we have a lot of enterprise customers coming to us about retiring their Excel processes. So we are already kind of to the vision of how do we actually take the customer to maximize their investments with Power BI, because you can't do just actuals reporting and go to multiple places, basically. And the Inforiver master data editor is an evolution of that, because a lot of customers with our write back solution with our matrix, they started using for master data maintenance, even though it was not built for that purpose. So then we start telling customers master data editing, like a table editing, is a different use case. A matrix input is a different use case, basically. So we have been investing in the master data editor visual, which we will probably be releasing hopefully sometime in January. We are perfecting it. We are working with some of our beta customers and perfecting it, because the main reason is customers came back and said, we love the Inforiver user experience. The current MDM tools all have very IT clunking experience. They want the audit, the commenting collaboration. They like the approval. So we giving a much more no code modern. So all of our applications have a kind of a no code user experience. And Value is something that we will be relaunching. Value is something that we came to market in Power BI first as a differentiated planning and simulation solution. And while it was very popular with executives, people wanted still an Excel like input. So next year, sometime in January, the Value will have the same write back as Inforiver, and you will see how Inforiver and Value are tightly integrated to capture forecast with Inforiver like an Excel, and then how it is aggregated in Value. Like a planner doesn't have to go and collect a bunch of spreadsheet to input into BPC or an apply. How everything comes together. So we are trying to transform even the planning industry, planning and budgeting forecasting. Our Gantt chart is probably one of our oldest visual. It's pretty much every large enterprise uses. It's the number one Gantt chart visualization in Power BI. We charge a lot of money for it. Customers don't hesitate to pay for it, and by lot of large enterprises uses that. Our performance flow is actually a very, very new visual. We released probably about 2-3 months back, more from a lot of the, think about it like Visio for your data, because you have your supply chain processes, like you draw supply chain swim lanes, how the material moves, inventory moves. So they want to do it. Then the customer came back and said, there isn't any visualization that is purpose built for HR and org analytics, org performance. So the performance flow visual gives you the ability to do automatic variances, the ability to do kind of multi-level hierarchical reporting. And we also have row-level security support now with it, ability to see the whole business flow. And it's almost like a KPI tree. It's a hybrid. And the beauty of the performance flow and the MDE visual, because they are some of our more recent releases, they have an advantage of able to incorporate a lot of our learnings from the thing. So you will see they are like right out of the gate where they are very mature. I will speak a lot about Analytics Plus today. Hopefully I can come back and do more, because this is something that the market customers have been heavily pushing us, because we launched Inforiver charts because we really wanted to provide no code IBCS visualization. We wanted to do that, but customers came back to us in the last 2 years and came back and said, what we really need, we have over 2,000 paying customers. We are not talking about customers who are using it. So we have well over 2,000, probably even 2,500 or 3,000 customers, paying customers for across our visuals. A lot of them came back and said, even though we own Power BI, we have never been able to retire Tableau. We have never been able to retire Spotfire. We still run Click. We still use Go to SAP, and managing multiple platforms is getting harder and harder, basically. So managing governance, training, everything, change management, everything. So they really wanted us to invest. How could we actually give capability? Because they try to push Power BI, and the first thing they say, oh, the visualization doesn't look nice. I can do this in Spotfire. I can't do this in Power BI. I can do this in Tableau. I can't do this. So they always find an excuse. So they needed to confidently say, I can actually give you one-to-one capability. So we took it on a mission. The last 12 months, we said we will re-architect Inforiver charts, and we will purpose build it for platform retirement. And then we learned a lot actually in the process, that customers were doing a lot of static dashboards in PowerPoint. We didn't even know. And then they brought up the use case of ThinkCell. I do this, I download the PowerPoint, Power BI image, paste it into PowerPoint, and then I use ThinkCell, or take the data, download to Excel, and then do it in ThinkCell, and then Micograph. We didn't even know how many PowerPoint add-ins existed in the market. And the customer were completely unaware of Power BI's native capability to embed into PowerPoint, basically. So you can get a live interactive report. So Power BI as a core platform has done a lot. And what I wanted to really touch on is, everybody owns Power BI. There is no, you can see 360,000 organizations owns Power BI. But over the last 40 years, customers have been buying a lot of. So even if you look at the Gartner quadrant today, Tableau is still a leader. Click is still a leader, and Spotfire used to be a leader. So a lot of these tools, business objects used to be a leader 10 years back. The customers might have bought, but they have not retired. So they have all these reports, old reports, they're all there, and they can't retire for a variety of reasons. I hope nobody challenges me on this, that Power BI is, I would say, from a visualization perspective, it is not the strongest tool in the market. And there is a concentrated effort today by the core visuals team, and we understand that. But the core visuals will definitely get improved with a year or two. But there are structural problems in visualization that other tools offer. For example, how it handles hierarchies, which I want to show live, because more than the PowerPoint, I actually want to do more live interactive demos. I want to talk about handling hierarchies. I want to talk about handling small multiples with hierarchies and with various chart types. Today, if you think about Power BI, some charts have a small multiple support, some charts do not have. So you can't really retire, and the whole formatting experience, the whole conditional format. So there are a lot of gaps. The same thing comes to reporting, which is what we as a company are trying to do, is take and then grow the Power BI adoption, basically. So, but if you really think about it, it's not like Inforiver versus core visuals, basically. You have to think of us as we are trying to grow the market of the customer to have a single platform for everything. If the core visuals can do it, absolutely, happy do it. But for somebody coming from another platform, because Power BI is very successful if you have a good data model. It's a model-driven solution, which means you have to do a lot of things. Go back to DAX, go back to mQuery. You have to do, then you can do a lot of things. But if you look at other products like Tableau, they are more of a report-based authoring experience, basically. So what we are trying to do is, we are trying to give kind of you still have, if you are good at DAX, you can still create DAX measure. And we build a layer on top of it. And then we give you a report level authoring experience as well. So you get the best of both worlds. So you get the productivity to deliver faster, basically. So we are trying to get more people to actually build dashboards and storyboards with Analytics Plus. So all you need is a good semantic model. So a customer could technically retire multiple platforms. So that's the vision, basically. And when I show the demos, people will see the separation between what a custom visual is, because we get a lot of questions. Oh, I can do this in Dynamo. But yes, Dynamo is a creator's delight. When I say is, if you are a very skillful person, you are a good author, you can actually do it. But it is somewhat of an IT solution or a creator solution. How many people can actually go write a code and all? But imagine you just have a good data model, semantic data model. Lot more people can author a dashboard. Lot more people can do it. Then you are creating the velocity and productivity in the organization. So we are giving a different level of productivity, different level of acceleration of the data journey. So our kind of what we try to do to the market and to the customer is different. And we are continuously getting enterprise clients, which means we are doing something right. We have a lot of engagement with a lot of enterprise clients continuing to buy and do that. But that's one of the reasons we are continuing to kind of double down and invest. And that's why I wanted to introduce to a lot of the customers, because there is lack of awareness, because they haven't even tried. They just haven't tried, basically. And that the goal is, my request is, uh, just try. That's it. Just try. Go with an open mind. Just try. And I want to show you all a lot of the different things, completely different from native core visuals, and then even any other custom visuals. Basically. I've been talking. I wanted to take a different approach today, maybe do a demo and take questions, because so the audience have a different feel of this session today, because I really, I almost want to give a Christmas gift to all of you, basically.
Awesome, fantastic. I recognize so many of these points. Like, oh no, we cannot move away from click completely. So you really pointed this out, and I'm looking forward to see more now.
Got it. Okay. So one of the request I have is, the visual is available. It's free in the desktop, so you don't have to do. But if you want to try it in the service and all, you come to our website. No credit card needed. Please, come to our website, try for free, and you can actually get the latest version. The app source is about 4 weeks behind, basically. So whatever, a lot of the stuffs that I'm showing you, it may not be in the app source. Don't get disappointed. You can get right from our website. And the product that I will be focusing on is the Analytics Plus product, mainly because I want to talk about a lot of things that are completely different from the data structure, how we approach it, how we help retire a lot of different tools, basically. Now, like I said, for any success of a Power BI project, a good data model, good data set is essential. So Inforiver is not going to create any magic. So I want to get that out of the way. So always invest into a good data model, please. And assuming you have a good data model, then what the product can do for you is you can actually, instead of the core visuals and then using the format panes and then trying to do with it, is you can actually, Microsoft has invested in the app source visual framework. So if you do Inforiver, you have 3 different products, basically. Use Analytics Plus for all your dashboarding and storytelling use cases, basically. It has 50 plus charts, it has cards and tables. Nobody has even achieved in a single visual, not even close. And I will explain. Use the Inforiver matrix for your reporting use cases. It could be financial reporting, it could be paginated reporting, it could be IBCS reporting. You could use that. The enterprise is for your write back use cases. So there is some Azure services behind it. You can use that. So today I will be focused on it. And this is Power BI certified. So you don't have to worry about data security. It doesn't use a database. It doesn't use any external connection. What a lot of you may not know is Inforriver is IBCS certified. Not just that, we have invested over 5 years to fully automate all of the IBCS rules and standards, basically. So you're talking no code IBCS, basically. And the most important thing I will also tell you is we offer most number of IBCS templates out of the box, basically, which is where I will talk about some of the new chart types that are you don't have it in IBCS, but customers came back to us and made a request. We want a box plot with IBCS compliance. We want a Miko charts that is IBCS compliant, which I'm going to be showing it to you today. And I want to get it out of the user experience. I will do. I am actually taking our latest 3.4 release, and I'm going to do first and foremost. It is our vision to be catered to globally. Basically, the biggest challenge with IBCS standards is it's very popular in Germany and Switzerland and Australia. Outside of that, and to give you an idea, let's say you start with IBCS standard. This is what happened when we actually launched our product about a couple of years back. Everybody understands. I don't like the black box. That was the first reaction. Okay, but they don't understand that because IBCS hasn't really marketed that well the benefit of using colors wisely. They haven't done it. So we said, okay, it helps you do automatic variances. Okay, you can get a variance waterfall. You can do a three-way comparison. You can get the pins. You can actually, it's fully responsive. You can actually clearly say where we met and where we didn't meet the prior year and the actuals. There is, then the customer said, there is no axis. That's the first thing they teach you in school. That you need x-axis and y-axis. Where is x-axis and y-axis? So we said, okay, no problem. We will give you a modified IBCS theme, Inforiver theme. Okay. We still like the color. We don't want you to use colors unnecessarily. Okay. We will draw the axis. The customer didn't like the average bar. They felt, so we said, okay, we will give you an average line. So we gave you a modified. Then the customer said, I don't like the pins because they don't understand because so, okay, no problem. You don't like the pins. Okay. You can remove the pins. Okay. Then, but the pins serve the purpose. And let's say you want to really we said, what if we gave you a summary instead? Basically, a header summary of the variances, basically. So we worked with a lot of customers to give what is called as a flexible IBCS, basically, where it's not so rigid, but we will actually do a lot of that. Then the customers basically said, you now have too many options. It's just overwhelming to use. So we then went back. We invested almost another close to significant investment in on-object formatting. Okay. And I want you all to see how different our on-object formatting is. Okay. Now here, everything is contextual. What I mean by contextual is you click on x-axis, you get all the x-axis properties. Okay, what you frequently use. You click on data label, you get the data label properties. How simple it is, you just go say all, you get it. That's simple. Now you don't want, because one of the IBCS principle is when you have the title, why do you need the thing? Okay, let's remove it. I hide it. Why do I need this? I hide it. So our on-object property user experience is well thought out. Everything is contextual. So you can actually click on, I don't want average. I click on this. I come here. We have analytics line. I say median. it's very intuitive. We addressed a lot of customer feedback about usability, because I don't know where the options are. The big difference to other custom visuals is you don't have to come to the format pane and search for properties and look and have the knowledge. So we have significantly improved the user experience, where it's a casual user just has to do much more intuitive than Excel charts, basically. Then customers gave a feedback that in a dashboard and a storyboard, I really use it in a very small screen. We worked a lot on this. Now you can see I don't have to have the KPI card. I can just remove the KPI card, and you can see the responsiveness of our visuals, basically. Okay. But most importantly, there is no toolbar. The title, I can come here. I give you a presets. I can say, I can use a variance title. I can actually come, and even on the title, I can choose a variance title like this. Back to report. You see this? So title also, I can change it into a kind of a KPI header. Now, you see this one? This is your toolbar, basically. You can actually, let me actually take it to a minimal toolbar. So this is a minimal toolbar. So you don't need a full toolbar. You can actually operate it like this. I can change the chart type. I can come here and let's do a variance waterfall. I can do a 3-way variance waterfall, everything. So let's get one thing out of the way is you have all of the capabilities. You can remove the pins if you don't like it. I can do a 3-way variance waterfalls. What if I want to change it to a simple waterfall? Every waterfall chart type is available for you. This is the only product that gives you vertical waterfall. Let's do something interesting here. Let's break it down by subregion. It's time to talk about small multiples, automatic small multiples, stacked waterfall. Everything is no code. You don't have to press think code, nothing. No DAX, nothing. I want to come and do double, dual breakdown waterfall. If I wanted to reset it, I could also reset it. So it goes to kind of a regular theme, but I can come back to an IBCS theme if I wanted to. But I can come to the pivot data now. The pivot data is very important because it's more close to Excel. So we went away with the IBCS standard concepts because IBCS gave a feeling that it was only good for finance. This was a problem when we were trying to pitch it to sales teams. They didn't understand the concept of PY and PL and FC. So we had to go away because we had this vision. If we have to retire Tableau, and so we have to completely re-architect. So that's why we took a big hit. We re-architected. You assign as many measures as possible, not just 4. Assign. If you turn this IBCS off, basically, and basically if I apply, just bear with me. You see, this has become now actuals comparison 1. So you get a different nomenclature, basically. So I can still do it like IBCS. I can say these are my comparison, but I don't have to call them ACPY and remove that limitation. This basically is well appreciated from a lot of customers. So you still get integrated variants and everything, but they didn't like the terminology. Now, if you want to switch to an IBCS, it's simple toggle, basically. Now, the reason I came here is because we have made huge investments in Trellis. Reason is, if you look at a product like Spotfire, every chart can be a Trellis. Every chart. So one of the things is, if I have an integrated variance, what if I, like I said, waterfall is very popular. What if I wanted to have a waterfall chart? It's one click. What if I wanted to turn the orientation? Now, again, obviously, this may not look nice, but you get an idea. I can adjust it. It will automatically adjust the pane, and it will put a thing. Now, I want to, we have invested in bullet charts. Basically, I am not an IBCS fan. I am a Stephen Few fan. You can get a bullet chart, basically. Okay, and you can get a bullet chart. Even when you come to Trellis, you get a lot of options to customize. So auto fit, and you can customize the grid. The beauty of the auto fit, now you don't want the toolbar, you can actually do that. You can actually resize. The auto fit will keep doing it. So this is not a good, the orientation is probably not the best, but you will see you can actually do that. And everything is completely customizable with our product, the Trellis. And maybe when I use a different chart type, when you are comparing, it's usually best to do the integrated variants, basically. And then you do that. So when we say 50 charts, we are not joking, because you can count the number of charts, and then you get it in the horizontal orientation, vertical orientation, basically. Okay, so if it says 50 charts, we are probably going to finish with probably, if I have to make a guess, it's a good segue before I go too far, because I actually want to talk about the roadmap. Because one of the challenges we have had in the last 30 days is customers have come back to us and said, we love this so much that, I don't want to communicate to the user that use Analytics Plus. Oh, there is no pie chart, go back to the core visual, or get another custom visual. So customers have been telling us, give us the missing core basic chart types like pie, donut. There is a debate, that's a different story. But as far as the customer is concerned, give me the basic palette. Okay, give me the scatter bubble, and they will be IBCS compliant as well. All our charts, to the best of our ability, we plan to make them IBCS. Then customers also they are more advanced charts. When I say advanced charts, they are not available in most BI software out of the box, basically. So you say radar polar, packed bubble, Sankey, histogram, sunburst. Now you can say, oh, I can do this you can hack with scripting, and I can do a histogram, Pareto, and all. But they are not a one-click, like a casual user goes, clicks, and they get it. Now, when it comes to storytelling, the chart types are different. Even they are not available out of the box. Butterfly chart, or a tornado chart, or a clustered lollipop, proportional plot, swarm plot, they are not available. And even in Excel, they're not available out of the box. So you have to really, take a bar and make a customization and all. So we are trying to eliminate that, basically. So there is going to be a lot more chart type that is available. I want to move to the other tabs, and I want to show you how all of them come together. But most importantly, I want kind of everybody to, first believe that this is a game changing to the industry, because we have turned even the complex charts into no code, basically. Okay, so you can
So
see when we say 50 plus charts, it's not like, yes.
I will
Yes,
finally get the
you have a
scatter
question.
plot
Even
with
combo charts are here.
Nice.
Yes, it's coming. It's coming. It is coming. So you don't have to. Our vision is, you will probably invest more on the data sets, and then use this for pretty much all your needs. Let us focus on. I don't like IBCS. Let's think about a scenario. I don't like IBCS. Which is fair, right? It's completely fair. We don't expect you to know IBCS. This is your user experience, basically. This is your user experience out of the box. Now I take a native chart. This is the user experience. I'm not doing anything. Okay. And you make the determination whether you want to spend time. Yes, I can customize. I know DAX. I can get the data label to come up this way. I can actually format it this way. Our value is no code, right? So do you want to value your time or not? Now, watch what happens. I want to compare it to my plan. This is your native visual. This is not the right chart. So the person who is building the report needs to know I have to use the clustered bar. Okay. Now with ours, I do that same. It automatically comes. Okay. Now watch for this. One of the things we have given is, if I want to see how the reading view is, because we are giving you on object, you have to do this toggle to see the reading view preview. And we give you automatic variance, because in the cluster bar, it's very hard to see the variance. Okay. Here, it's very, very hard. Now, we also give you the ability, the capability to pivot the data here. I actually want to compare to the plan, and you can get your integrated variance. I didn't do any code. Okay. Now, I want you to see this, because a lot of customers really don't get it, that I really want to do the small multiple. Yes, in native Power BI, you can do it. This is what you get out of the box. If I come here, I do the same thing. I'm not doing any magic. This is what you are getting. Okay. Now you can compare it to the third measure. I want to compare it to my, let's say, my 2021 plan. You can absolutely do it. And you can come here, you can come to the measures. I can just put it here. Third comparison, you can do it. It's as simple as that. Yes, you can go write a DAX and you can do a lot of that stuff. You can but do you want to invest your time there? Now, I kind of wanted to touch on few major capabilities, which is very, very important for migration. So that's, now I want to talk about migration capability, because this is more like a kind of an introduction to the product. One of the areas is how every software handles hierarchies. Okay. So what I wanted to focus on is, if you think about a date hierarchy, I want to remove the date, and I have my actuals, basically. It looks very innocuous, 2020, 2021, 2022. But if you actually go show this to the business, what they actually want to see is, I assigned my entire hierarchy. I want to visualize it this way, basically. But my prior years collapsed, basically. My prior quarters collapsed. This is how business wants to visualize. This is how they want to visualize, right? So they still can get an idea. They can go and turn the data labels on. They can do it. They can get an idea. Now, they want to compare it to the plan. Yes, absolutely, you can do it. I can do the comparison to the plan, apply, you get your integrated variance. All good. I can clearly see, do that. One, we invested in doing hierarchies on the x-axis very, very well. Now I can come here, I can come and turn this into categorical axis. So if you see the settings, category grouping, if I remove it, you get it in the traditional way. Everything is no code. You don't have to go, hack it or anything like. So I can turn the categorical grouping on to maintain the hierarchy. So we do both continuous axis, categorical axis, all of that we have automated fully. We handle ranked hierarchies also. Okay. Now, what is the next logical question? The business is going to say, I want to see the breakdown by my region hierarchy. They're not going to say region. So this is where everything falls apart in Power BI, because business talks in terms of hierarchies. I want to do it by region hierarchy. So it automatically goes to the columns. And now I can move this to the rows if I wanted to, but I'm not. So you see the category, this is a new concept, because if you talk to Spotfire, if you talk to Tableau, they have this concept of, Power BI has a concept of boxing everything into one legend or group or small multiples. So here I'm doing it, and I'm doing it as a hierarchy. Watch it. I can expand and collapse like a visual pivot table, basically. A two-dimensional visual pivot table I can do. I could also change the chart type if I really wanted to. Basically, I can come and say I want to change the chart type. For the purposes of it, I'm just going to do this to a variance waterfall. I can change the chart type basically, but it doesn't make sense. But I will do another use case too. But everything is contextual. You can actually do it. So expand collapse with subtotal. We have done it. What is the next logical question? I want to see my product breakdown, not just product breakdown with the product hierarchy. Obviously, you can actually do it. Now, all of this will work with your filters, slicers, field parameters, calculation group. All of them will work. You don't lose any Power BI functionality. So it automatically, now you have created hierarchies on x-axis, y-axis, z-axis, basically. So you see with expand collapse, like a visual pivot table. Okay. So
There is a
this
question.
is
I
a
don't
game
know.
changer. Okay.
About rec hierarchies. What is?
I am not able to see the.
Yeah,
Yes, the
it's
product
about
supports
like a.
RAG hierarchies, just like
Okay.
our matrix. Yes, just like our matrix, that logic of supporting RAG hierarchies, we brought it to the charts as well. Okay, so I will
Thank
go through
you.
so a lot of the properties you will see it in the canvas, others, and I think we just have to. I will native hierarchy expansion. I will talk to the team and I will let you know. But RAG hierarchy support is automatically available with the chart as well, basically. So one thing I wanted to introduce is the concept of able to support hierarchies in all the three axes. That's something the industry had not solved. No product does it actually. Okay. Now you can do rows, columns, and x-axis in other products, but with hierarchies they have not solved. Now in Spotfire you can do it, but you can't do expand collapse basically. So you just get a static. So we wanted to, what Tableau does, we wanted to take it to the next level. What Spotfire does, we wanted to take it to the next level. And I will give you, let me keep it simple. I wanted to show you something. I want to actually do a stacking on, let's do this. A fourth dimension, stacking by quarter. This is fourth dimension, actually. It's almost like a 4D pivot table, basically. Okay. So again, obviously, there is a limit to how much you can cram into the data. But whatever is, usually if you study you study a pivot table, it's not a lot of data, it's aggregated data. But that's why you use your filters and slicers in conjunction. And for an executive, they are able to get this. And they're extremely, the value is how much time you are saving in giving something very, very quick. Now, I want to pause here because there are a lot more things that I have to cover. I haven't gone to the cards, I haven't gone to the tables. I will quickly do them and then I will pause for questions because this is like a platform, basically a platform within platform. So I want to spend a couple of minutes on combo charts and splitting measures. It's a very important concept that Tableau does it very, very well. And what is a splitting measure means, basically. So in the IBCS terminology, we are used to always what is called as a comparative measure, basically. Comparative measure is you compare current year sales to prior year sales to my budget. They compare nicely. But in reality, you have, let's say I take a retail, I'm just going to have a segment. I have my sales, I have my quantity, I have my profit. So our product is smart enough to know that this is a non-comparative measure. You don't compare them, so it automatically gives you a combo chart. Okay. So dual axis chart, basically. IBCS is not a big proponent of combo charts. They support only a overlay chart, but we support because there is a business reason why you want to visualize your multi-axis chart. You have it. We are the only product. We kind of listen to the customers and they said, we want a combo chart in a dual axis. Basically, we support that as well. So there isn't, even in Excel, it's very, very hard to do a dual axis small multiple. Now, Tableau doesn't recommend this. They have a different approach for this. What they say is, Tableau tells you is, you should actually look at the profits together. So be introducing a concept called split. So what the split will do is, it will basically break the measures logically. You see, the region is here, sales is here, profit is here, quantity is here. Okay. So they are split into kind of a thing. So you can see in proportion, it's much easier to visualize. And you can even change the chart type. This is where changing the chart type makes sense, basically. If your profit could be negative, you can actually kind of have a baseline chart, baseline chart like this, basically. So you can see if the profit goes down, you can actually clearly see it. But you get a concept of where it makes sense to change the chart type, basically. Okay. And we have gone above and beyond, where we let you group, measure grouping. Where does the measure grouping come in is, let's say I have my 2016 sales, 2017 quantity, and 2016 profit. I want to visualize my sales together, profit together. Now I have 6 panels. I want to see them in only 3 panels, where sales is grouped together, profit is grouped together. You come to split, group, measure. You can actually add a group. It's more of a column grouping. You can group them like sales together. So there are more enhancements coming, but you get the concept. These are the flexibility that Tableau gives you. And group the profits together. And again, we didn't write any code, script. Even a casual user can do. Everything built around the concept of Excel pivot tables, basically. And I just wanted to introduce the concept of split. Now I have to talk about storytelling and some of the capabilities that are very unique to this product. And then I have to do cards, I have to do tables. So I want to do them quickly. So just bear with them. One of the things that we have actually done is to do dynamic. Let's say I have the month, and I'm just taking this for the purposes of this. I'm actually doing it. And let's say I have my keeping. Again, this is all fully responsive. I want to do the deviation. The big difference is ours is dynamic deviation. What does dynamic deviation means? One, I can add the pencil and it will actually do it. I want to do it between these 2 points. I want to do it between, add a deviation, add multiple of them. I want to do it between these 2 points. Okay. And it is especially very useful. I want to do it between another added deviation between, let's say, from this to this. I can do it. Now, there are obviously enhancements to move this up and down, all that we are working on. And we also support what is called as both canvas point annotation and data point annotation. Annotation, you click on annotation, and then let's say I want to explain this data point. This is a data point annotation, means it has attachment to that current reference, basically. And then you can actually compare this and write a story. You can also do a canvas where it is a canvas annotation. It has no reference. This is a canvas. And then you can also do like write a story, basically. Okay. One of the recent discovery is, will it honor my filters and slicer context and all that? We solved that problem. That's why we bring it here. You create a DAX measure. So we are leveraging DAX here. So you create a DAX measure, you put it into the tooltip and others, and that will communicate what your filter slicer combination is. We wrote a detailed blog on our website. We can share that with everybody. So even if you have a filter slicer context, our annotations will keep it. So as the months change, year change, the annotations will change automatically. Again, no need for Power Apps, nothing. Pretty simple, both our matrix. And we want you to try it because it is the simplest, cleanest way to maintain filter slicer context with storytelling. and we have solved that as well. So you saw you can do this annotation and all of that, all built in. Again, no code. You can do reference line, reference band. I want to show you a lot of demos and the stuff. I want to try it out, and I want to show a couple of chart types. Very, very important for a lot of you. Just give me, bear with me for a second, and I will open up the box plot, and I will open up the Marimekko as well. And while they are opening up, I will show the cards basically. So the cards is, you want to see the beauty of our cards. I do the cards. Let's do IBCS standards, and I have a single measure card, dual measure card. The beauty is, even in the stamp size, it's extremely slick basically. Okay, now the beauty of our cards is basically the cards have a full toolbar, and you can say, I don't want what sparkline I want. Basically, you can see I want what sparkline I want. You can pick and choose the chart types, and I say I want sub region. You can size the cards. I can change the position, right. All of these are no code basically, and you have the border, shadow, everything that you can imagine. It's completely customizable, and the elements, I want x-axis, I don't want y-axis, all of this is there for you basically. You can have a formula, you can have the preset, so you can actually say, I don't like the cards layout like this. Everything is no code, even without cards. So again, I strongly encourage you all to actually try the card, because we have invested quite a bit too. While the native card has gotten better, we have actually said we give it to you with almost zero code, and you can actually do a lot of card formatting without any code. So even a normal person can actually do that. There is one important thing that I completely forgot, but I wanted to tell you is I am actually going to take an GL hierarchy, and I want to take this. So you see this, the reason why I took this one is, you see the small summary table icon. This is a feature that we are bringing because you see what it is. It gives you an editing experience basically, and then now I can say, I don't want to say sales and marketing. I want to remove it right here. I want to say this is COGS. You want to cut short the length of the things. We are going to support this capability right here. And then I come back. See this right here. So imagine with all your time dimensions, January, February, you can just, we are working on kind of automating it. You just one click Jan, Feb, or J based on the space utilization, you can actually do. So this is what this summary table will do for you, is quick editing of category labels, and you can actually, perfect the user experience without having to resort to complex stuff. Let's see if I can touch on the box plot. I really have to thank one of our German customer, Christian at Rosenberger. They really pushed us to get a box plot built, not just but also IBCS compliant, and they gave us custom requirements. It took us a year, but I hope they appreciate, because we had to re-architect the product first to be able to support all the different chart types that we will be bringing in. Like I will be also showing Miko charts, is to be able to do a box plot that is pre-calculated, where if you have because the box plot takes a lot of data, okay, so it will have a performance problem. So the best practice is you calculate the quartiles in your model and bring it in, and then you assign. But then with IBCS, you want comparative, you want to have, how do you show the thing, how do you use the right colors. We providing all of that. Then let's say the customer doesn't want to pre-calculate because they have a manageable amount of data. we also do dynamic calculation. So we basically provide you this in the same structure. Basically, you just have to, it's a little bit of training needed because it is a complex visual. So we are giving you a PBX file. If you come to our website, you can download the PBX file. We are just telling you, and we are happy to support you. This is, I can tell you, this is the best box plot visual, again, just because of the versatility and the ease of use with which you can actually do. Again, you can try it and you will appreciate how flexible it is to do with a lot of your statistical data, manufacturing data, R&D data, clinical data. You are able to do it. A lot of data label customization, outlier, all of that is thought through, and we are delivering to the Power BI customers. This is also another request from a lot of our enterprise clients and consulting companies, strategic, that Miko charts, you will see this a lot in PowerPoint add-ins. You will see this, but we also wanted to provide that as an IBCS compliant version, a variable with 100%. So it takes two measures and then two categories, and then it kind of does it pretty intelligently. This is much simpler in terms of no code. All you have to do is give two different dimensions for height and width, and then it is no code after that. Basically, you just press, it will automatically do the Miko charts. It's that simple. No scripting, nothing, and you can actually get this. These are, so that's why we are trying to do above and beyond, so a customer don't have an excuse not to come to Power BI. Oh, I can do this in Tableau, I can do this in Click, so I don't have to. So they always find an excuse. So one of the things is, if you see Power BI plus Inforiver, you can pretty much go above and beyond your platform. And I want to save one of the best for the last before I start taking questions.
We
Is
have
the
2
small multiple
minutes left.
tables.
I'm very sorry for this,
Yes.
but because there is another stream upcoming, we have to be really fast.
Got it.
But we
Got
can
it.
meet
So
again.
this
It's
is
so awesome.
yes. So I will show small multiple tables and I will wrap it up basically. And you will see this is a small multiple table, which I want you to play with it. It's a different user experience compared to paginated report. Okay. So you get a small multiple table right inside. So we will be bringing a storyboard feature, and a lot of your dashboards and storyboards could be kind of streamlined with our storyboard feature that is coming in less than just one query in a streamline, and you get a single page export. So I want you all to try Inforiver as a kind of a key message I want to deliver to all of you.
Awesome. But this one, I already know so many people there. They were waiting for this, the storyboard, and also it was mind blowing what you have shown. I really would enjoy to talk to you more, and we will definitely do. So let's connect together. There's one question from Jay. If you can answer it in 30 seconds, I will show it. It's about the interactivity between
There is
the
no
two
loss of
visuals.
functionality. There is no loss of functionality. Yeah. All of the drill through,
Okay,
absolutely, you can everything, all the drill through and everything,
then
and there is no loss of functionality. It would just behave just like a core. It just gives you more capability, basically.
fantastic. And big thank you. And next time, I don't know, but such to make like very long streams, it's not usual, but you have so much to show, and it will definitely not be the last session. I'm really looking
No, thank you
forward to
for the
feature you
opportunity.
more,
Again,
and
my request
we,
is do try the,
yeah,
my,
of course,
yes.
we stay connected. And if you have anything like, do you can provide demos or any information, just post it under this session here. Yeah, thanks again, and thanks for everyone who was watching. We had
Sure.
lots of visitors today. Really big stream, and I enjoyed it very much.
Thank you.
Thank you, Gopal, and yeah, then See
Thank
you.
you,
See you
Arthur,
next
and thank
time.
you
See you
everyone for
next
the
time. And
opportunity. Thank you.
yeah, happy holidays and happy
Thank you.
New Year.
Thank you.
Yeah.